We gather, as the mayor rightly noted here this evening, on the eve of a historic transition, the passing of the presidency of one of America's least popular chief executives to one elected in the midst of a grim time, but on the promise of grand change. Obama, of course, will take the oath next week. It is safe to say that for many people it won't be a minute too soon. As the mayor alluded, the next week's transition has been widely compared to the handoff between Herbert Hoover and FDR in 1932, and it's not hard to see why. I'm allowed to say these things because I'm an opinion editor. George Bush, in fairness, has registered accomplishments in his presidency. He presided over largely prosperous times in his first term. He significantly increased American investment in combating AIDS. He, at least in the view of his supporters, was largely responsible for keeping this country safe since 9/11. He has been resolute and consistent in defense of his principles. But as we said in our lead editorial this morning, there is a difference between being firm in one's convictions and being right. And given the choice, it's generally considered better to be right. Whatever President Bush's strengths, his record of these 8 years is also replete with failure, as a few statistics I think will help illustrate. So take these, for example. In 2001, when Bush took office, unemployment in this country stood at 4.2%. It's now at 7.2%. More jobs were lost in recent months than at any time since the end of the Second World War. In 2001, when George Bush took office, 6.4 million families in this country were living in poverty. Today, that number stands at 7.6 million. On the day that George Bush was inaugurated, the Dow was above 10,500. Today, it closed at 8,448, a decline of more than 2,000 points. In January of 2001, 45% of Americans believed that this country was headed in the right direction. Today, 26% have confidence in where we're headed. And finally, in 2001, when George Bush came to office, America was at peace. Today, American forces are fighting 2 wars in Afghanistan and Iraq and nervously watching developments in Gaza. Not surprisingly, those numbers have taken a toll on the president's popularity. He came to office with slightly fewer votes than the man he beat. It's still hard to get over that one. But with roughly half of all Americans viewing him favorably. In the weeks after 9/11, as you'll all remember, his popularity soared to somewhere in the neighborhood of 90%. By contrast, CNN's most recent poll now shows that 72% of Americans disapprove of his performance as president, compared to just 27% of those who approve. Those are Richard Nixon-level numbers. So we are preparing to leave an unpopular and unhappy era, but the question really for tonight is, what are we entering? President-elect Obama wrote a national desire for change, but change to what? What does this new administration portend for our politics, our economy, and our culture? And what might it bring for California and Los Angeles? Those are the questions that we are hoping to talk about tonight, and though I doubt we'll answer them all, we are lucky to be joined by this distinguished and eclectic and diverse group of panelists who will take a crack at them from all various perspectives.